In honor of the 98th Academy Awards, which is happening today at the time of releasing this video, I like to do my own little version of the Oscars here on my YouTube channel called the Greatest Showman Awards. We've celebrated pop culture icons from all shapes, sizes, and talents, and we're very excited to continue doing that here today. So let's get into it. I'm going to do the Greatest Showman Awards. I'm going to do some few other awards, and then I want to talk about my thoughts on the Oscars, my predictions, some of the snubs, yada yada. Let's get to it. Okay, our nominees for the Greatest Showman Award. Where's my list? Jack Quaid for Companion and Novocaine. Two very different performances this year. Two very good ones. Congratulations, Jack Quaid. Good to see you again. Rachel Zegler for Snow White. She got a lot of hate for a role that she should not have gotten that much hate for. Paul Walter Hauser, an incredible performer. I hope he gets more stuff coming up soon. He was in, let me see here, Fantastic Four, Americana, probably some other stuff, I don't know. Michael B. Jordan for his dual performance in Sinners, which is incredible. Mason Thames, for How the Dragon Stole How to Train Your Dragon and Black Phone 2. Benicio del Toro for The Phoenician Scheme and One Battle After Another. A returning winner from last year. Well, there was 3 winners last year. Glenn Powell was one of them, and he's nominated again this year for Chad Powers and The Running Man. Good work. Coleman Domingo for his 5 lines in Wicked for Good and The Running Man. Elle Fanning for her roles in Predator Badlands and Sentimental Value. And Sydney Sweeney. No, I'm just kidding. But the winner, an actress who is finally seeing the limelight that she oh so deserves. Julia Garner. Wow, what an amazing pull. Oh my goodness, what an incredible actress. You might be wondering to yourself, who is this? Who is this? Well, you better get to know her. This year, or in 2025, I should say, she was in movies like Weapons. Wait, yes, she was. Weapons, Fantastic Four, and The Wolfman. You probably don't remember that last one, but the other 2 were really good. Oh, sorry. What's this? You're saying that they nominated another winner for the Greatest Showman Award? What is this, a circus? You're saying because last year we had 3 winners, we kind of broke the formula and now we could just kind of nominate whoever we want? Sure, I like that idea. Let's do someone that has been super popular the last few years and absolutely deserves the recognition. Whether or not this is 2025 was his biggest year, I'm not sure, but he still deserves the recognition because he did The Last of Us, Fantastic Four. What is the other ones? Eddington, The Materialists. Pedro Pascal. Congratulations, Pedro. You've deserved this award for a long time, and finally, you've gotten it. Congratulations, Pedro. And you know what? I'm feeling generous this year. That's right. I'm feeling a little bit generous this year. Can't walk too far away from the computer, or else you won't hear me anymore. In a snap decision, we have also decided to elect Josh Brolin for a winner position. I know I already said him for the nominations, but he deserves it. It's Josh Brolin. Come on, it's Josh Brolin. What an incredible year he's had in 2025. He has been a Hollywood mainstay for decades, and finally he's getting his due on this YouTube channel. Wow, incredible. 3 winners again, 3 winners last year. What will 2026 bring us? Nothing so far. I can't really think of any good ideas yet. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's move on to our second Greatest Showman Award, the Honorary Greatest Showman. This award is awarded to somebody that deserves recognition for pretty much their entire career. And even though 2025 might not have been their biggest year, they still deserve the recognition. Last year was the first year that we had said award, and Willem Dafoe won it, won an incredible performer. And this year, for her performance in The Naked Gun, the return of the Queen, Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson actually returned, I want to say 2 years ago or a year ago, into movies and stuff like that. And she's done some stuff on Broadway, I think. I could be dead wrong with that. But Pamela Anderson has returned to the limelight. She's getting credit where credit is due. She is a great performer. She is a great actress. Pamela Anderson, you are this year's honorary Greatest Showman. There's 2 other things that I want to give a shout out. Last year, I think I did Best Cast, Best Movie Line, Best Stunt. Luckily, casting is finally being represented at the Academy Awards, but for some reason, stunts is not. I thought they were going to do that this year. I guess they decided not to or didn't end up doing that. So hopefully I'll give some recognition here. Personally, as somebody that doesn't understand the stunt industry, doesn't know how to do anything like that or yada yada, Mission Impossible had some pretty good stunts. I think they've got the best stunts this year. I mean, Tom Cruise, he's putting his body and his mind and his career on the line every Mission Impossible movie, and it is so damn entertaining. How can we refuse this incredible work? I will say, though, close runner-up, Thunderbolts. They've had some pretty good stunts in there, too, especially that beginning, like, jump that Florence Pugh does. Great stuff. And let's also give a shout-out to the best quote of the year from movies. Genuinely, I can't pick one. I'm sorry. I'm indecisive and not in the socially acceptable or fun way. I've got, I want to say four. I got 4 lines here that I think are absolutely incredible. Let's start off with one of my favorite lines from Sinners. SHOWMAN! You also have so many different lines from Superman that came out last year, one of my favorite movies of last year. You have so many lines from that movie that you could absolutely put on this list, but I have to do the one that I'll just start shouting at random points. 1A! 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 Here are 2 of my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio-isms from One Battle After Another.
Life, man. Life!
Hello.
Hi, prick.
And the end-all be-all, Tremel Tillman. You might not know him by name, but you should by now. He plays Mr. Milkshake in Severance, but he also was in the latest Mission Impossible movie. Yes! Get that bag.
You must be Captain Bledsoe.
And you must be out of your mind.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Congratulations, everybody, for your awards. You absolutely deserve them, and thank you for watching the Greatest Showman Awards of 2025. Wait. Is that actually the year it's supposed... I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to put 2025. We're doing the Oscars too late, man. That's got to be early February at the latest. Like, why am I still thinking about 2025 movies at this point? Like, come on. Seriously? Okay, but now it's our time to move on to my Oscar predictions of this year. I'm kind of going to rattle through them, but I kind of want to talk about them because I think they're fun. Oh, but first, I want to hit on some Oscar snubs. Actually, pretty great this year. Not a lot of big ones. There's a few pretty glaring ones, but nothing, like, insane. I mean... I guess it depends on who you ask. But, Jesse Plemons was not nominated for Begonia this year. He kills it in that movie. It's probably one of his best performances of recent years. But to be honest, the acting categories this year at the Oscars have been so powerful. It's kind of tough. It's really competitive. It's really tough. A lot of people are putting in some stellar performances that deserve the recognition. Speaking of acting categories, Chase Infinity was not nominated for One Battle After Another. I know a lot of people were kind of devastated by that news and not happy about it. I get it. There's a lot of great performances this year, especially in One Battle After Another. I really loved the original score for Marty Supreme. This was so heart-pounding. But the biggest snub of the year, at least to most audiences, No Other Choice. Wow. Left off of all the Oscar nominations, not a single mention. That's insane. This year, I will say, all the Best Picture nominees that there are, pretty great movies. I know that there's one that a lot of people kind of point out. I think that's a good movie, too. I understand why it was nominated. You know what I mean? But No Other Choice getting nothing. That's crazy. That's really crazy. It's sad, but again, this Oscars this year, really tight stuff. There's nobody that I don't want to win, And speaking of which, let's move on to our Oscar predictions. I'm going to start with all the big categories, work my way down, and then we're going to end it on who I think is going to win Best Picture. Let's go. Best Actor. Again, I mentioned it before, the acting categories this year are really, really, really strong, so it could go any way. So these are just my picks. Best Actor, I think Timothée Chalamet is finally getting his due. I think he's finally going to get the Oscar for Marty Supreme. Best Actress, All of these performances are fantastic. This is the only one that I think is a lock. Jesse Buckley for Hamnet. Wonderful performance. Best Supporting Actor. Again, could go any way. I think I have my preference, but I'm going to stick with my guns because I would say it should go to Delroy Lindo for Sinners. But I really do think Sean Penn's going to get it for One Battle After Another. And then Best Supporting Actress. In this one, I went with the one that I want to win, my pick, Amy Madigan for Weapons. Best Director. There's some good options here. Personally, I'm going to go with Ryan Coogler for Sinners. What an incredible feature. Best Adapted Script. I think I'm going to go with One Battle After Another. I believe it took a very long time to get this movie off the ground, get it rolling with a creative team. And Paul Thomas Anderson, original script. Again, there's a lot of great picks, but I think they're going to give it to Marty Supreme. Do I actually think that? Wait, hold on. I can kind of see it being Sinners. But I'm going to stick with Marty Supreme. Cinematography. What a year for cinematography. I'm going to give it to One Battle After Another for certain, sequences. It's incredible, but it could also go to Sinners. It could also go to Train Dreams. It could also go to Frankenstein. It could also go to Marty Supreme. I just listed all the nominations, but that's how good they all are. Costumes. I'm going to say Frankenstein. There's a lot of great costumes in that. Editing. I'm going to say Marty Supreme. It was probably the only movie this year where I noticed the editing in a positive way. I just thought it was really strong. Makeup and hair. Again, I'm going to go with Frankenstein. There's a lot of great visual, creative talent in that movie. And it's also a fantastic movie. I loved Frankenstein. I should say now, I have not seen any of the animated shorts, live action shorts, documentary shorts. I haven't even seen any of the documentaries. So I don't really know any of that. I'm not going to comment on it. Sound, I'm going to go with F1. F1 does a lot of great work. Best Score. Again, a lot of great picks. But it's got to go to Sinners. I mean, come on. It's Sinners. Best Song, speaking of gold, is probably going to be K-Pop Demon Hunters. What's funny is this is not even my favorite song from the movie. I don't even care for this song that much. It might just be like fatigue for hearing it so much, but it's a great song. I think there's better ones in the movie, but hey, I still think it's going to win. Although I would love it if it's I Lied to You from Sinners. That would be amazing. Best International Film. I haven't seen all of these as much as I would like to. I think it's going to go to Sentimental Value. That was a very good movie. Visual effects, of course, I think it's going to go to Avatar Fire and Ash. Come on, it's Avatar. Hello. Production design, like I said before, a lot of great creative visual stuff on screen. Frankenstein, I think it's going to go to Frankenstein. I mean, that boat in the beginning, his laboratory. What is my hair doing? We're getting creative tonight, aren't we, hair? Oh, and the Oscars just added a new category for casting. Casting. Yay. I don't know what you can judge casting off of, but I'm going to go with Sinners. That's got a great cast in it. And we've reached the last two categories. I'll start with Best Animated Feature. I think it's going to be K-Pop Demon Hunters. That one really took off this year. I think the Oscars have really leaned towards new creative visual styles in recent years. And I think that K-Pop Demon Hunters definitely has the chance to take this one away. That's going to be very exciting. And Best Picture. The nominees are Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. Now, this is a tight race. My two picks that I could see it being and that I would still be happy with are Marty Supreme and One Battle After Another. My sleeper pick, as in the one that I don't think the Oscars will pick, but if they win it, hell yeah, brother, Hamnet. But the winner, in my eyes, has to be the biggest cultural milestone of a film in 2025, not only because it is spectacular, but also because the audience loved it. I'm sick of not picking the movie that I want it to be, and this will be the year that I pick the movie that I want it to be, Sinners. I think Sinners will win Best Picture at the Oscars. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Did you like my Greatest Showman picks? Was there anybody else I should have paid attention to? I don't know. Let me know. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I know it's just me talking about my thoughts, loose thoughts on the Oscars and such, but I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. I will have more videos for you by the end of the month on this channel and my new gaming channel that I started. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.